Hi guys, it's Picker10 and welcome to your fourth Roblox Lua tutorial. And I have installed Camtasia, which is a much better screen recording software. I can move the camera around, so you can, but you can't see everything all the time, so it's not blurred. Hopefully you can read the output and read the script well without me zooming in too much. I'm still going to zoom in case you still can't see it. Now, in the last tutorial we covered properties. Yes, we did. We covered properties and how do you think you make your flashing brick now? As I showed you in the last tutorial, what you probably do from now is you put game.workspace.test. Let's make a flashing brick transparency equals 1, then weight 1, then game.workspace.test.transparency equals 0, and then weight 1 again, and then you'd probably just copy and paste that loads and loads of times, and then you press play and the brick will start flashing, and then eventually it will run out and it will use a lot of code, take a long time to load, and that's not the way you do it. In this tutorial I'll be teaching you 3 types of loops: the while loop, for loop, and repeat until loop. Now, first of all, before I get into loops, I need to show you the conditional operators. They are your maths operators: plus, times, divide. Nope, that's a question mark. Divide, all of that stuff. Those are maths operators. Conditional operators. This is equal to. This is more than or equal to, less than or equal to, more than, less than, and not equal to. Now, how can you use these? These are for comparing things in while loops, which is what I'm going to, or just any conditional statement, where it's if statements, repeat until condition is met. I'll show you them in while loops though. I will cover if statements in a next tutorial, unless I get time in this tutorial, which I probably won't, because all our tutorials seem to be lasting about 15 minutes, and I'm trying to get them around 10, so I don't run out of time. So we have while. You type while. This is the syntax. If you don't know what syntax means, it's the way the code is sort of formatted. It's, if you C++ would be something like that. That's C++, and this is while do end. That's Lua syntax for it. So we put while, and then we put a condition. It doesn't have to be in brackets or parentheses or whatever you call them. While condition does stuff, end. So what do you want to do inside this? When do you want this loop to activate first? Instead of this condition, we put an actual condition. So we'll say while 1 plus 1 equals 2. Now that will error, because if you put 1 equals, it sets 1 add 1 equal to 2. So 1 equals, so I've said a equals 1, that sets a to 1. A equals 1 checks if a is the same as 1, which it is now because a is already equal to 1. But if you take that out, that would mean false, because a is not equal to 1, because a is actually nil, because we haven't set it. Nil is just nothing, we haven't set it. So it's sort of like if you're playing football, nil in goals, you haven't got any goals because you're rubbish. It's just nothing. So while 1 add 1 equals to do, and then we want to print high end. That while 1 add 1 is the same as 2, it will print high repeatedly forever. And at the moment it will crash because, in case you haven't guessed, computers can't handle unlimited doing something without any breaks between it. So that's going to just try and print an infinite amount of highs without any breaks. So it's going to try and print infinity at once, basically, which will crash your computer, or just crash Roblox. So we add a weight. We need a weight. If you don't put any numbers in weight, it's called argument. If you don't put any arguments in weight, then it waits a frame. If you don't know what a frame is, doesn't matter. It's usually about 0.033 seconds, I think. So if you do that, while 1 add 1 equals 2, if you look in the outputs, I messed up. While 1 add 1 equals 2 do these things will error. it's just going to print high forever, because 1 add 1 is always going to be equal to 2. We can also, while 1 add 1, I'll show the other ones. While 1 add 1 is more... Actually, I won't show you this because you're thinking, what's the point? One, you always know the answer, so you don't even need to do that. You can change, so say we want to put A equals 2. So, while A is equal to 2, do. A is equals to 2 because we said it before, so it prints high forever. Let's test it. And it's going to print high, it's going to keep printing high forever and ever. If we check if it's still printing, because it doesn't look like it, because it's just repeating the same thing, you can see it just whizzes straight back up again. We can use another condition operator, while A is smaller than or equal to 2. A is not smaller than, but it is equal to 2, so it will still print. If I changed A to 3, it's not smaller than or equal to 2, so does it work? It will say running script and then nothing will come after it, which meaning it's not printing anything. So A is not smaller or equal to 2. We can also do while A is bigger or equal to 2, which it is because A is 3. If we A, it will start printing high again, as you can see, but if we changed A to 1, it's not bigger or equal to 2, so it won't print anything. If we change A to 2, it isn't bigger, but it is equal to, and that's what symbol means, bigger than or equal to, so it will print, and you probably understand this by now, so I'm going to go on to the next one, which is while A doesn't equal to. This symbol means doesn't equal. So while A doesn't equal to, A equals 2, so it's not going to print anything, it's going to say running script and not print anything. But if we say change A to anything else but 2, that's not 2, as you can see, it will print because it's not 2. What the script, actually I'll show you this next one, is this is symbols while A is less than 2, A is not less than 2, but it's not equal to, so this is if it's not less than or equal to, it's just less than, so A equals 2 won't work. So this won't work because 4,000 something is not less than 2. A equal 2 is also not less than 2, 2 is not less than 2, and that symbol means less than, but A, if it equals to 1, it will start printing again. There's the symbol the opposite, so while A is more than 2, it won't print because A is 1, it won't print, but if A is anything, it won't print with 2, but it will print with something bigger than 2. It doesn't have to be a certain amount bigger, it just has to be bigger. Those are what you can use for the while loop. Is there anything else I need to show you for the while loop? Except for the fact that nothing after the while loop executes until the while loop is finished, which it won't. So if I print high in capitals, no, it says print pig, while A equals 5, because A is bigger than 2, it will print high forever and never print pig. It won't do that at the same time. I have to wait until this one is finished, which it won't. If I wrote while A is 1, then that one this will never execute, and it'll just skip straight to the print pig, and it just prints pig straight away. Now I swear there's still something else I was going to tell you, but as I can't remember that, I'm going to go to the next loop, which is the for loop. Now with a for loop, you can. Oh, actually, this is what I'll remember what's going to tell me now. The way a script runs, while A is the same as 2 do, it's going to print high while A is the same as 2. But what the script does, it doesn't check to it checks to see if the condition is true. If A is equal to 2, it's true. If A is not equal to 2, it's false, as it says there. But you don't have to put condition, it just checks if the thing in there is true. So if A, while A do, that means while A is there. That means if something is true, if it's anything but false or nil. So if I put A equals anything, if I put A equals false, it won't work. If I put A equals nil, it won't work. If there isn't A, it won't work. If A equals anything else, if A equals high, if A equals 1, if A equals anything else, then it will run, because A is that. That's why we can also put while true do, and it just checks to see if that's true which it is, so it'll do that forever. Or while false do, that's not true, so it just won't do that ever. Yeah, actually, I think that's about it for while loops. Oh, I swear there was something else I was going to show you again. I think I just remembered that was. As I was saying in the last tutorial, or at the beginning of this tutorial, in fact, we don't just copy and paste a load of script to make flashing bricks. We can put while true do, or to make it run forever, and put workspace dot, you can put workspace instead of game.workspace. You can't do that with anything else. You can just do that with workspace, because Roblox allows it, because it'd be fed up with typing game.workspace. Workspace doesn't even need a capital letter. So if I could, if you remember from like the first tutorial, you can tag bricks. So if I wrote p equals workspace.test, then every time you said p, it would mean workspace.test. Workspace test is our brick in Explorer there. If I put then I put p.transparency. How much time have we got left actually? Ah, it's been 11 minutes. I won't get to do the other loops, which is very annoying. I meant to. Let's just move it out of the way. p.transparency equals 0 equals 1. Then we wait 1. Don't forget the wait. Remember, if you don't put a wait, it will crash the computer or crash Roblox. So don't do it. And then wait 1 again. Then this brick will just flash forever and ever and ever, because true is always true, surprisingly. So we just click the rewind, and I'm just gonna quickly run over the repeat until. So I'll leave that there, but I'll comment it out so you can still see it if you need to copy it for something. This is how you do block comments, by the way. You do 1, 2, 3, 4, and everything after it until you put these two square brackets are commented. So we put repeat, and it will do what's in here until something else. It's not really any different, so we can repeat p.transparency equals 1, p.wait. So we can say we want repeat print repeats, I don't know, repeat print high until false. It checks if this is true, which it isn't, so this will run forever, I think. Is it gonna run? I forgot to put a wait in it, so as you can see, my Roblox has completely frozen. So that's trying to teach you to do that. That's not a very good example. That's all for loops in this tutorial. If the repeat statement is basically repeat and something until something else. So repeat print high until 1 + 1 equals 2, which will never run, or repeat something until 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2, which will always run because 1 + 1 is always 2. Let's see if I can get my place back open before the tutorial ends, and we don't have any time left, so I'm going to end this tutorial now. In the next tutorial we'll going over to for loops and the more conditional statements, probably if statements as well. So don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.